Hey you guys, so I'm starting off by brushing my brow into place with the spoolie at the end of Anastasia's Duo brush. I believe it's number 12. Then after that, I'm going to use the angled end to line the bottom of my eyebrow with Anastasia's Dip Brow in dark brown. And I'm just using small strokes, as you can tell, and I'm using my eyebrow as a natural guide of the shape to follow. I'm going to go ahead and do it at the top and fill in with small strokes. Then finally, I'm going to use the other end of the spoolie, which you're going to see right now, to blend everything, make sure that there's no any harsh lines or anything like that. Now what I'm going to do is take my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot and my Sigma E32 brush to highlight underneath my brow and also clean up any areas that I might have went over the line or anything like that, just to make sure that I have a really nice and sharp eyebrow. And then I'm going to go in and fill both of my eyelids, whoopsies, with it. It's going to act as a great base for my eyeshadow, make it appear really vibrant, and then also make it last really long. It's a 24-hour prolonged wear paint pot, and it's by far my favorite brand for an eyeshadow primer. I'm also going to take my ring finger or middle finger, whatever, to blend it, make sure that there's no start or finish. You want it to blend in so that there's no harsh lines. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hill's new Modern Renaissance palette, which I love. I'm dipping into that first shade right there. It's called Tempera, and I'm using that to just subtly highlight my brow bone, and I'm using a flat brush. I'm actually using the brush that the palette came with, but you can just use any small flat brush to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to do that to both of my eyes. Now I'm going to dip into the shade Burnt Orange, and I'm going to use the dome blending side of the brush to just get into my crease. And as you can see, I'm doing both the inner and outer crease. It's going to act as a transition shade so that all the other colors look blended when I put them on. And I'm using sweeping motions from left and right to just blend it all right in. And I'm going to go ahead and do it to both eyes. Now what I'm going to do is take Burnt Orange, and I'm putting it in the inner corner and outer corner, packing it in with the brush so that it can create kind of a 3D smoky eye effects with it. And as you can see, now I'm putting it in the outer corner, and I'm going to go ahead and do that to both eyes, but not touching the center of my eye, where I'm going to put a different, brighter color later. Now I'm taking the palette and I'm going to dip into the color Venetian Red, and I'm going to use that same brush and lightly pack it into the inner and outer corner of my eyes just to give it a berry purple reddish kind of tone. I love this palette. It has so many of those colors. But I'm going to make sure that I'm not sweeping it totally on the entire crease. I want to really stick it to the inner and the outer corners. Now I'm going to go in to the palette and use Cypress Umber. It's a dark brown shade, and I'm going to put that in the entire crease again, back and forth using sweeping motions to kind of blend all three of the colors together and add a little bit more depth and darkness to the look. And you can just keep building onto it if you want it lighter or darker. Now finally, I'm going to go in with that beautiful color Primavera, and I'm going to put that in the center because it's a nice shiny kind of golden shade, so champagne-y almost, and I'm going to put that right in the center, also using that brush to blend it all together with the Venetian red that we placed in there as well. Now I'm just dipping back into Venetian red to add a little bit more depth to the inner and outer corners. Just make it a little bit more vibrant and bold, and then I'm going to blend it with the other side of the brush so that all three colors mend well together. Finally, I'm going to dip back into Primavera, as you can see, and I'm going to just pack it into the inner tear ducts of my eyes because it opens up your eyes, and I just love the way that it looks. It's kind of my style. Now I'm dipping into my Inglot Gel Liner number 77 black, and I'm taking my Sigma E10 brush. MAC 210 works very well too to do eyeliner. Nice wing. I'm like the queen of wings. I love it. I didn't really I was having kind of difficulty shooting this part, so I only showed you like a little basic steps of what I'm doing, and then I fast forward through the rest, but soon I'm going to do a video just for winged eyeliner, and it'll make it perfect for you guys. But here's a little glimpse. Now I already put my lashes on too, and I'm just going over it with Kat Von D's Trooper kind of marker eyeliner, and I'm just going to use it to paint over any of the glue that you can see. Next, I'm taking Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and I'm going to just put a little bit all over my face before I apply my foundation. And I'm just going to use my fingers to get it in every little crevice. Now I'm taking L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, and I'm using my damp beauty blender to stipple it all across my face, giving me good coverage, covering all of my freckles, but don't get it twisted. I love it. I love my freckles. I think they're so beautiful, but I love makeup too. Anyway, go ahead, stipple that all in, and then now I'm going to go in with my MAC Studio Finish Concealer. I like it because it's super creamy, so I'm going to use that to just go in and highlight my eyebrows and clean them up. So as you can see, I'm using, let me check the brush. I'm using a Sigma, that is a Sigma E15 brush to just go around and highlight that with. And then I'm going to go back in and just drag it out to blend it. So going down and up in small strokes again to just blend it. And then lastly, I'm going to go in with my middle or my ring finger to blend it. Once again, avoid any harsh lines, etc. Next, I'm taking my MAC Pro Long Wear Concealer. I really like it because it dries matte and it doesn't crease as much as other concealers do. And it's really lightweight and it gives you so much coverage. So much coverage so that I really kind of only like to apply it with my damp beauty blender. Other than that, I won't really use it because then I think it's too thick, even though it's lightweight. I just don't like to look caked on. So I like to apply it with my beauty blender, and I'm going to go ahead and do it in my T-zone, under my eyes. I love a nice highlight. And then I'm going to take LA Girl Pro Conceal in shade Beautiful Bronze, and I am going to contour with that. Contour my nose, my cheeks, and then wet my beauty blender a little more just to make it a little bit more damp with my MAC Mineralized Charged Water and just blend that right in. The video looks super fast, but it actually takes a little while to blend it. So you just want to make sure you do it so much so that you can't see any of the lines no matter what. You don't want to look crazy out here. So get to blending. Now I'm taking my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and I'm going to use my same beauty blender, dip it in, get a good amount on, and I'm going to use it to bake my face. So I'm just setting it underneath my eyes, anywhere that I put my concealer. Another good thing that I really love about this method is that I think it helps avoid creasing, avoid looking greasy, and I think it makes your highlight even that much brighter. And I love a strong, bright Kim K kind of highlight. And then now I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and I'm just setting my bronzer with the colors Fawn and the other color that's in there, I pointed to it. But I'm just going to set it and bring a little bit more depth to my contour. Now this video is hilarious. I didn't realize that there was black eyeshadow on my brush, and I thought it would be funny to leave it in there. You guys could see I was really annoyed, but I fixed it. Finally, I'm taking that big fluffy brush. It is my Sigma F25 brush, and I'm just wiping off all of that extra translucent powder. And finally, you could see my result of my contour. I think it looks great, and then you'll see what I'll do next. With that smaller brush, it's an F35 by Sigma, and I'm going to dip it into that glow kit. I'm using the color Sunburst, and I believe that's bubbly. And I'm also going to spritz my brush after dipping it into the highlight with a little bit of MAC's Mineralized Charged Water. It's going to make the highlight appear a lot more pigmented and bright. If you like a strong highlight, this is a really great technique. And I'm just going to blend that onto my cheekbones, onto my nose. Also, I'm going to do on my Cupid's bow and kind of get it all over my lips because I think it just highlights everything and I love it. It makes it look super sharp once you put your lipstick on. Then I'm going to use my finger to make a very specific area, the bridge of my nose, because if you use a brush, it might go everywhere outside the contour lines, and you don't want that. Now I'm taking my favorite blush. It's MAC Peaches Blush, and my MAC 116 brush to just apply it. I love it because it's like a warm tone, just my favorite. I love warm tones, and it's such a peachy color, and it looks good even on dark skin types. And then finally, I am just doing my lips with my new favorite lipstick. It's by Lipland Cosmetics, and it's from the Rizzy collection. It's called Rizzy, whatever you want to call it. I know Mama slays. I love her, and I love this lipstick. Let me tell you that it's the most comfortable matte I've ever tried, and I've had like everything under the sun. It doesn't soak up your lips like the Sahara Desert. You could smile, you could do everything comfortably, and it's just thebomb.com. Now I'm just using MAC's Cage Eyeliner. I think the name of the color is called Polar Ice, and I'm putting it into my waterline to brighten up my eye. You can also use your favorite white eyeliner, beige, whatever, or MAC Fascinating. Both are really good.